Now the next program which we'll see is, I'll just comment this. So let's say the next program is to find the number of words in a string. Okay, so suppose I love my India, it's a string. So we have 4 words in it: I, love, my, and India. So let's see how, using a program, how do we count the number of words in a string. So for that, first of all, let's declare a string variable. Let's say them as sentence. Okay, and what we'll do is, instead of taking the sentence from a user, let's just hard code it. Okay, now there are different ways of taking the values in a variable. You know that we can do it from using data table as well, or environment variable. So let's say what we can do is, this time we'll take it from environment variable. Okay, so I'll write environment and I'll define some name to it. So what is the program? We are finding the number of words, right? So let's say I'll simply write s. Okay, s is the environment variable for which the value is the string which we'll take. So since we are declaring the environment variable, we don't need the normal variable. Let's write a sentence like I am writing VBScript program. Okay, so as you can see, there are 6 words in this, and let's see how what QTP does in order to identify this number. So we have to write a program such that QTP is able to interpret it and should be able to find the number of words in this string. So this is how I declare my environment variable. The variable name is s and it's saved as a string. Now important thing about environment variable it is global. If you remember that, I can access the environment variables from some other action as well once it is defined in this action. So for now I'll just continue in this action. So what I'll do is, in order to find the number of words, I need to split this string into an array. Okay, and I'll store each of the memory block in my array. I'll use each of the words in my string to save it in each of the memory block in my array. And after that, once that is done, using upper bound, I can find the array upper bound, which will let me know what's the size of my array, and using the size of my array, I'll come to know how many words are there in my string. Okay, so this was just a high level explanation. So what we'll do is, first of all, we can declare a array. Let's say array or ARR. Okay, now what we'll do is, we'll use the split function which I had explained to you. Using the split function, it will split the environment variable. So the first parameter of my split function is the variable itself. So we are calling the environment variable using environment s, and it will call the string that is I am writing VBScript program, comma. So once this is done, give the delimiter. So the delimiter here is simply space between 2 double quotes, because we are splitting the entire text using the spaces. So what will happen is, this array has been defined and it has been declared with the size based on the split. So when I'm splitting this entire sentence, based on the space in between, so that each of the word between these delimiter will be assigned to one memory location in the array. Okay, so once I use split, what I need to do is, in order to find the number of words, I just need to print message box u bound. Okay, now when I splitted this sentence, you'll see that there are 6 words, so it will occupy the 6 spaces starting from 0 to memory space starting from 0 to 5. Okay, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there are 6 spaces, right? So when I display u bound, so u bound is 5, because the upper bound is 5, lower bound is 0. So the message box will display 5, but as you can see, we need to display 6 because there's 6 words in this. So we'll simply write +1. So whenever we are using this function, no matter how many words are there, when you run this function using any number of words in a script, in the string, it will give the value. It will count the proper number of words in the string. Okay, so when I run this, it gives me the value output 6. Okay, so let's see the next program. The next program is interesting. We have to find the number of digits in a given string. Okay, so I'll be giving you a string. You have to find the number of digits, and it can consist of alphabets, digits, and special characters, anything. So how will I use my programming skills in order to find number of digits in my given string? So let's say we declare a string, and let's say we give a value to it. I write QTP for you, QTP for you. Okay, let's put some special characters as well, and 5. So as you can see, there are 2 digits, 4 and 5, in this string. So how QTP will help, how you can use your programming skills in order to help QTP interpret the number of digits in this string. So first of all, what you have to do is, if you think logically, in order to compare each of the value in my string, I need to extract each single character out of my string. Okay, then only I'll be able to compare it with something. So how do I extract each and every single character in my string? It can be done using mid function, right? So you already know about mid function. We are the first parameter of mid function is the actual string itself. The second is where you want to start your extraction from. So let's say I'm starting it from 1, from first position, and for how many letters you want to extract. So this will be a constant one, because every time I need to extract just 1 letter from my string. Now one thing you'll notice that the center parameter, the middle parameter, will keep on varying. Suppose I want to extract Q, everything will be same, only the middle parameter will change. For Q it will be 1, for T it will be 2, right? Because starting position is 2. For P it will be 3 because starting position is 3, and for 4 it will be 4. So how we can achieve this? Obviously by using a loop, because the extraction process is reusable, right? We are doing the same process for different characters. So instead of writing again and again mid function, we can use it in a loop. Okay, so for loop. So I put this mid string inside for loop. Now 3 parameters, which, as you know, that in order to execute a for loop, the 3 things which you need to know.